Guten Morgen, gentlemen. Welcome to the Eastern Front. um, Earlier this morning, we managed to seize the town of Rakitnoe, at least in the south. Tomorrow's objective is to cross this river, but before that, we have to deter a Russian armored advance. Possibly Russian armored advance. All we know is that they're attacking with something. We've set up several martyrs in the vicinity of this village. Two of them are currently on standby, not really defending the area, more just being present, while two of them are on active sentry duty of the bridge, Herr Grimm and Herr Studer. Here. They're watching this little cropping right here, in case it opens, in case there's tanks in it. Meanwhile, Lerman's platoon is tasked with defending said martyrs. They have two anti-tank capable vehicles, a 7.5 centimeter howitzer mounted on a SDKFZ, and a 3.7 centimeter cannon on the platoon leader's vehicle. Herr Fabach here is covering a potential infantry crossing right here, though it's not suspected there will be much, while the rest of the platoon holds the crossroads and secures it against any threats to the martyrs. One of the more interesting deployments here is Herr Uber's platoon, and Buxbaum, Junkers, and Stahl. His responsibility is to cover both this infantry crossing and this potential tank crossing. So he has deployed his platoon in an interesting way. Herr Dittmann's squad will cover this infantry crossing, while Herr Klett's squad will cover the tank crossing. Herr Klett is under orders that if any armor or significant infantry resistance is offered at his crossing, that he is to abandon his post and retreat to the wood line, where Stahl, Junkers, and Buxbaum will provide fire support as he retreats. If they continue to be pushed back... and if it is armor, two martyrs, Seelander and Welsch, will be dispatched around to the side to drive down the road in dispatch of the enemy armor, possibly by setting up here and here. Just drive down the road and probably head through the woods there. Or this way, just any way to get to the wood line. Should the infantry come here, Herr Dittmann will engage them. Likely Buxbaum and Uber will be able to hold them back because from such a choke point. But should they be driven back, Stahl and Buxbaum will fall back to the town while Dittmann attempts to hold, and Klett will fall back here to hold down the position while Uber will shift that way. So that's if armor or infantry push for this crossing, Klett will fall back and will set up a line of defense along this trees. If Dittmann is hit softly, we'll move up to his position and just hold it there and keep the Russians from crossing the river. If he's hit hard and he starts to lose it, the rest of the platoon will shift around, with Klett being pulled here to hold the woods and keep the Russians off the river, while the rest of the men move up here to set up defensive locations along the town and hold the town from the Russians. And, of course, Junkers will probably pull back around and provide long-range fire support from up here on the town. Though it should be damn nigh impossible for the Russians to do so, because we have a martyr just chilling right here. Also, off here in the distance, one thing I'm going to do for this campaign, if I'm going to say what units are doing, and then I'm going to have them doing that on the tactical map when we start. Out here, second platoon, I believe, or second company, command, first platoon, is camping in the woods out here, though they've been ordered to stay on alert in case of any Russian offensives, but they're more or less resting right here. So not too much should be expected of them. If things get hairy, they'll be ordered to march to the sound of the guns. Uber, Lemon calls for support, they'll be the support. Come straight down this road and hit here. If these guys need support, I don't know, they'll fall back to the town and then we'll move through the town towards them. Without further ado, everyone will be deployed. Everyone's more or less in their positions. I just wanted to make sure you all saw that with the... Ooh, that's kind of loud. Alright, fine. I hope you all can hear me over the din of the night. There's not much to order. And I'll try and keep that a little bit quiet. Moving at a 0.8 speed. Someone's making a hell of a racket off in the distance. Go ahead and look at this map and see if we can't speed it up a bit by not having so much on screen. Man, this game is going to die when I show some actual graphics. Or actual things happening. Let's go ahead and take a look at the troops briefly. There we go. That's a bit more manageable for me. Just turn the sound down a bit. Make sure all of our gentlemen are in the right places, more or less. That's good enough. Yes, he seems to have grasped the concept quite well, Klett. He's got half a squad on one side, half on the other. If he needs to, he will be ordered to fall back.
Hinlegen! Runter!
Yep, hinlegen.
Runter!
Runter. But don't expect too much in these first opening moments. It'll take a while to survey the town of Rakitnoe that we will be dueling the Ruskies over tomorrow. Around the break of day, we should attempt to cross the river before daylight falls, and we should be inside the town by that point in time. The lights are still on in the town. If only the Luftwaffe were here. Well, the lights may be on, but corridors are empty. More or less, at least. As far as we can tell. There's a light in the steeple. Are those flares? Flares on their side of the Misha. Flares in a long line. They illuminate one of our martyrs. Peers into the inky blackness. Yes. What is it? Valta? Valta will be critical. He's the main line of communication between that support company and... platoon, sorry. And the rest of the world. Let's see how Dittman secured his objective. He has men waiting. One man standing guard right on the river. It may be Dittman himself. He has an MP40. It is Dittman. Sergeant Dittman, pulling his own weight. If we listen closely, we may yet hear the enemy approach. I suspect a push down this road, with possibly a push across this crossing where Klett is, though I rather doubt that any major push will come in this area. possible the major push I expect to come down this road. From whatever forces Ivan might have entrenched over here. See if we can hear anything. It's a very well-designed city. I do like that about the Graviteam games. Oh, really? Who? I mean, not necessarily who, but... In the darkness, a single man appears with a rifle. My game is going at half speed. A lot of stuff is about to happen. They push to the east as well. I think Herr Klett is about to encounter quite a firefight with some Russians. How are you feeling? Is it good? Yeah? Dismal. Alright. Well, try not to be as dismal. Going to make sure my men know not to shoot infantry. Oh, sweet Jesus. Alright. We have Russian rocket artillery incoming. And the first men crossed the river. Alright, let's get this party started. Bitte, bitte, Feuer frei. Placed. No contact yet. For him, at least. Well, one.
Feind erkannt!
An infantryman. Russians begin to cross. You gentlemen can... Alright, fine. A light contact. Explosion of some kind. Yeah, Dittman has spotted someone. There's no doubt in my mind that Velsh has been spotted. The Russians' own flares give them away. Which, speaking of which, God knows why they're firing flares up right there. Looks as though they're going to move this way, though whether they intend to cross here, across these thin stretches of ice, or push further towards Kleit is unknown. Oh, if you could just get out there. Doctor! Was ist Tyler?
Занять позиции!
An artillery barrage along the length of this village right about now, possibly along that road, would be very welcome. One might suspect that they think they know where we are.
Auf mit uns!
What can you see, Herr Welsh? Not much, apparently. Must be some trees in your way. I doubt it'd be too effective. A single anti-tank cannon firing would not be the best thing that ever happened. Damn it, would you just go to the right place? Oh, stop. Face that way. That's good enough for me. That was a good solid gunshot. Yeah, it looks like Herr Klett has found the enemy. Bare minimum, he should move to seek cover on the other side.
Halten!
Alles gut. Oh, scheiße. Yeah, beginning to take slight casualties. A mild firefight's broken out. They will assault their way back. Cancel that fire on the area order. So we have a mild infantry skirmish over this crossing. What is it? And Klett takes some heavy casualties. I would say it's due to their low morale, to be honest. They don't exactly seem to be the happiest bunch of being shot at at 4 in the morning. I wouldn't be happy. Hopefully they can find their way back across the bridge. Looks like there are many Russian squads out in the open. Artillery fire on there, or concentration there, would be really effective right about now. Ah, there they are. Russian cableman tries to cross the river here. It's possible he works alone. He's lucky, that one. The woods are crawling with Germans. It is rather unlikely he's going to survive, I would say. Commander? Which commander? Clint. Damn. Good man. Didn't know when to pull back, though. Another contact. It appears the Russians have crossed the river. We have not noticed it yet. Ah, tanki. And many other things. Concentration fire right on the edge of that. Do you have anyone? They're in reserve. We don't need them yet. Marching orders. Guten Morgen, gentlemen. It's your turn to move out. I hope they got those orders. I'll send them again. Actually, I'll send them. I need fast movement. Column formation. Formation. 2. Move by road. Everybody go. There we go. Just keep them from getting too tired. They'll be on the move. There's no real need for them yet, but it would be better to have them in town with such a assault. Oh yeah, of course. The wire link is lost because we're moving. Hoover calls in that he's losing men. Asks for support. Tell him support's not coming, but we'll move it into position in case it's needed. What the hell was that? The Russians are striking our position again with heavy rocket artillery. Sterländer. Sealander? Sealander. Zealander. It's a bit freaked out by some rockets landing close by his position, destroying gates, blowing up Russian homes, tossing things about. I can scarce hear myself over the din of the engines. I doubt we'll be able to. The enemies crossed the river. It's almost cause enough for a support call. You know, I gotta say, I played Muse Front some, and I just don't feel like the knights are as good. Must be something to do with the snow. How are you men on ammunition? I want to preserve at least one platoon's ammunition unless I need to use it. I've lost 2 men, they still have full strength. That's all fine. They're all moving around. I'm not really sure where they're going, but they're going. They formed a giant walking line and are now finding their way about to the road. While Kruger has been ordered to go ahead. go ahead and have Fabach push ahead up to this tree line and reconnoiter and see if any Russians have crossed. Meanwhile, our men hold the tree line. Russian small arms fire pings off our vehicle as rifles speak in the night. Where in the hell? Really? How? Yeah, it's a bit of a weird order, but should keep them more or less contained. Meanwhile, these gentlemen should try to get the fuck down here. Yep, someone's there, I hope. And Velch has eliminated the threat. Whatever it was. He briefly turned on its headlights there. Then he fired his cannon and lit up the whole night sky. I'm actually going to order Faba instead to march over here. March over here. As rapidly as possible, because it sounds like our firefight over here is heating up a bit. It seems the Russians are infiltrating the area over here. Reinforcements may be more needed than we thought they were. And they've been instructed to jog.
Achtung, der Feind!
There comes the company commander. We can't let them sneak through to the side and take any flanking positions. We just can't. Ruskies are calling in some heavy artillery somewhere. On the farm, it appears. To attempt to dislodge anyone who may have taken cover there. Destroying several buildings. And in general, just being really bad for the inhabitants of Russia. Not as bad as I've been. Or well, I mean, definitely worse than I've been. I just gave up and accepted my rule, and whoever's in charge of this rule, by extension, this would all be a lot easier for me. And them! Fighting moves in close quarters combat, but our men's cover gives them a massive advantage over the enemy. Many men who come close enough to open fire are just cut down by rifle volley after rifle volley. Plug appears finally. having not been killed in the time he's been here, I would say he's doing pretty, nice. Yes. Not really sure what Schumacher's genius plan is here, but I think it's something along the line of the officers are getting us lost again. I know that sound. Tell the modders to wake up. Achtung, wo Panzer! Wouldn't happen to be any of our martyrs that haven't spotted, would it? No? Okay. Are those Matildas or T-34s? I'm going to look closely and determine. Oh Gott. Das ist eine... Mobilized? By what? Hey, you best rotate that turret the hell around. Last move, don't fire at infantry. There. The whole company's being redeployed. Should we need to defend the village, we will have it defended. Artillery strikes the new line. As though we've... Yes, our howitzers immobilized. But still firing. We'll hold here. Ditman will shift back and up. In the meantime, in the meanwhile. Sire will be our reserve. Over here together in a nice big artillery vulnerable protection. Yeah, no, I said that. Let's all seek cover and not get shot in the face. He's panicking. That makes sense.
Sie vernichten uns!
Meanwhile, we have a T-34 trying to cross. Can they cross there? This could be. Plug. I want your cannon downrange on that. Zealander. Zealander, Zealander, Zealander. Looks like the Ruskies are coming across from the right and the center. Much there. Grim. I need you to move here quickly. The only true target of any concern to you is that tank. You ran out of fuel? Kaptan, eine Panzer. Tor 1. Nein, 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 nein. Ja! Ja, der Panzer ist kaputt. Kraft 2, zweiter Panzer. Auf die links. Feuer frei, Feuer frei. This one T-34 down. Ah, das ist weiter. Better run. Two T-34s destroyed. It's an even fair trade. I don't give a fuck. Stop. Get out. There's a tank in here. An abandoned tank? Oh God, we've killed 3 T-34s tonight. This is a good night. More tanks try and cross the river. Death Slayer will sweep through the village and ensure that there are no more problems with Russian army.
Ура!
Вижу противника!
Yep. Grüß Gott. Da ist ein Panzer. Bruder. Bitte. If you please, Mr. Stupid. Guten Morgen, Ivan. Turned into a rather strange morning. I highly doubt it was the 37mm cannon that did it. I rarely hear those shots in that package without a, there we are. T-34 to go along with it. Here he comes. Attempting to cross it. Shot bounces off another T-34. Russian tank crews crawling around. Shot goes wide. As Zealand misses. T-34 clearly illuminated by the other burning hulks of his comrades. Solid hit into the side. The tank must be at least moderately damaged. Is likely silhouetted. Is that the Russian tank crew, I believe? Yes, it is. It's through the bitte. Ah, and prisoners, of course. And it looks like the town has been swept properly. We'll just proceed back over that way. Oh, is this new? It looks new. Yeah, it's not charred black by the fire yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 T-34s is not bad for one night. That could be the whole tank contingent in the town thrown into one counterattack. I wouldn't put it past them. How are you doing on ammunition? Well, seems more men are determined yet to challenge Zealander's prowess. As if there was anything left to be proved. These are a different model of T-34. That one has 2 hatches and this one has 1. How in the hell did we get an enemy contact up here? Like, how do we even know this person is here? Man, German S2 is kind of crazy. I believe there's a German or a Russian tank coming this way. New Zealander, I trust you know what to do. Ah, we must have tracked him. And he just decided to leave. Don't warm your hands just yet, man. A, it's still cooking off. And B, you might be spotted by any possible communist infiltrators. I wonder if Levin will get the kill. He pumped quite a few rounds into it from right here. That would be an impressive thing to have killed the T-34 with the Panzer knocker. What are they called? A door knocker. The 37mm was not widely known for being the tank killer. Are they all? Yeah, they're all dead. They died doing what they loved. Burning. I don't know. I'll have someone else write the letter. Welsh. Enemy contact. All the way over here. Quite possible that they're just Russians fleeing the battle. They're around here somewhere. Ah. Like Panzer. Moving that way. Moving towards the bridge. Do we have a surprise for you? And enemy spotted there. You know, it'd be almost peaceful now if it weren't for the occasional exploding TV. Studer, bitte. Danke. Just keep that gun pointed down that road. More flares over the river. It may be possible that someone higher up has gotten them to drop flares. just right-clicking to kind of scuttle along. There are tanks over here. However, we won't be crossing those roads. Not yet, anyway. How on earth do we spot these people? Or, you know, those people. I think that would be the T-34 going off again. And now it's quiet. Well, in most places. I wonder what Welsh did to run out of fuel. Could be his battery.
Fertig! Fertig! Deckung!
It's possible they shot him in the fuel tank and he lost all of his fuel that way, because I don't see how he could have run out of gas. Everyone else has like 82% of their gas and he's just out completely. Strange. So yeah, we did eventually wind up pulling them out of their campground. So they may be a little bit annoyed about that. Anything later than 28, so we have 36 if you're going that way. Artillery. Yeah, it looks like they tried to come back around and we wound up killing all of them. Herr Dittman, congratulations, you've been selected to go reconnoiter everything. But, like, recce this way, and then recce that way, so that you don't have to go run through a giant candle. Not much to see now. Alright, you, just come back here. However you really feel like it. Or... Scheisse. We took a key point? More importantly, we lost a key point? And someone shot Dittman. Hopefully they're done enough with it that they just surrender after a few rounds. What in the hell? Oh. And Ditman, you can just assault your way back to the tree line. Tankers. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy wasn't burning. Man, we just killed everyone inside. 5, 6 panzers for a half track and a squad of infantry. Well, 2 squads. I think we won this engagement. And some mild firefights going on towards the end now. I don't expect anything too major. Especially, not with a lot of the enemy contact now being anti-tank cannons. We'll probably just want spending a large amount of the time falling back. Did they seriously manage to sneak an anti-tank cannon up here? Yeah, no, fuck those guys. Have fun. Yeah, I don't like that thing being there. If you see it, shoot it. That's too close for comfort. That's right, you have a machine gun. That's so helpful. Yeah. I think we can all agree to a ceasefire. And we broke one AT gun. I think today was a good morning. And this infantry battalion is still pretty raring to go. Oh, would you piss off? Alright, we'll take a break to collect our dead. Warm ourselves by the tanks. We built the campfire. Yeah, no shit, it was a total victory. Neither of us really truly lost any territory. Lost 28, man, they lost 88. Jeez, that's a... Wow, someone went to town. 5 armored vehicles with statistics. Alright, let's take a quick look at what we went up against. Or more what's remaining. Got some Ruskies running along the road there. Some guys in the town here. A lot of anti-tank cannons just hanging around. What are you? Where are you? Here I am. You're a thing. That's cool. Some infantry. And what looks to be some artillery. A lot of anti-tank guns, a lot of infantry. Actually, this feels kind of cheaty to be looking at all the enemy forces there. I'm just gonna look at things I knew existed. So yeah, those were guys retreating. Several anti-tank cannons here, with many dead Russians among them. Looks like, yeah, some Klintsmen. A few of the Ruskies. None of them there in any presence enough to do anything. Klite and the shell holes surrounding his body. A tanker who we'll pick up in the morning when we see him. Many burning T-34s. Let's see, what was it? We had a few bounce. Something went through. Pencil Granat 39. Huh. What got you? Straight into the, oh, okay. That one went into the engine. That one went into the gun. Now that I know what to look for. Ammo, fuel, turret. Yeah, right there. Amon must have set him alight. God, Steinman just wrecked this place. Ammo. Yeah, this one went straight through the driver and into the engine. And what do we got here? We knocked off the track. And it looks like we shot them straight right there. Damn, Steinman, how many people, Zealander, how many people did you kill tonight? 4 tanks. I don't want to get that man a damn medal. Please. Had Grim. Did alright. Knocked out a T-34. I think he just shot off the track and they just kind of left. Yeah, one's in the track, one's in the turret. This guy. This guy's gonna have a lot of stuff on him. What is it? What does he got? IS-44. Pencil granate. 39. Light damage. You hit him there. There it is. There's the killing blow. Pencil granate 40. Right into the engine. Looks like it came in underneath and yeah, right there. Alright. Good job, Studer. I guess Lehman doesn't get the kill. Even though that would be pretty freaking cool. Oh, that's just people who are alright. Well, alright. Oh, okay, there's a few more tanks. Who's left over? I'm just curious now. Got some Russians and some tank riders. With their marvelously thick skirts. Dress things. Another T-34. Huh. Well, those T-34s would have been a bitch to dig out of the city. I'm sure glad they came across the river to us. Anyway, I'll see you all in either the next battle or the next operation phase. Whichever comes up next. Till then, I've been your Commander Tomato, and I'll see you all in the next part.